And we are live. Hello, everybody. They're saying they're waiting for me, but they are here and ready. Two fancy members of A.S.S, which stands for the Alberta Scotch Society.
Yes.
Some of us are in self-quarantine, and some of us should be in full quarantine. So Kent calls himself Try This One. Tell us what's going on over at your place, Kent.
Over at our place, well, we just finished up a little one-on-one with Dolph there, and we went through a couple whiskeys tonight, and we kind of
You did that on Dolph's Instagram channel, which is called
The Spirit of Yeg.
Of YEG, yes.
Yep. So did a Macallan out of the stripper class, and a 20-year from the Kirkland, and then the Ben Raddick.
Curiosity.
Yeah, the Curiosity, which was a nicely peated, and I blind tasting, I would almost guess that it's from Islay. Dolph disagrees with me. He says there's not enough to it, but I quite enjoyed that one tonight. It was my favorite of the night.
Cool. And Dolph, you did the same thing?
Yeah, we had the same one. What was great, though, Kent brought this one over. So I had the 18 from Kirkland, and he brought me the 20 because we wanted to have 3 different bottles. So he brought this over. I'm inside for 2 weeks. Had the last night took my temperature. It's 99 point something. So my wife said, "You're in for 2 weeks. Don't see anyone." I told Kent. He came to the door. He dropped off the bottle and rang the doorbell with the bottle. He didn't even touch my doorbell. It was perfect. Picked up the bottle, and we had the same 2 others. I have the 18, which I thought he was talking about, but I'm really happy he gave me the 20 because it was really a good dram. And it surprised me because till this point, I really hadn't had any of the Kirklands. You've got
there you go. Yep.
Well, we know that this is probably a Macallan's. That's why you're comparing it to Macallan's.
Well,
It actually is
I
not.
found so many different things. I couldn't get anyone nailed down on it. And Kent was telling me he thought it was a Tullibardine.
Well, you know who makes this for Kirkland? Who bottled that for Kirkland?
Alexander.
Alexander Murray, right?
Yeah.
So it may not be. It
Yep.
could be.
They have a lot of casks from a lot of different ones.
Yeah.
A little insider information, and I don't know if my source is true or not, but he says it's a Telly, this 20-year-old at least. Others are definitely not, but he says this one he sure came out of the Telly cask.
Right. Well, that makes sense. I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good time. So we were on there for the whole hour. We got cut off in the last little bit. I wasn't paying attention to the time and just cut us off. But it was
time always when you're having fun.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I invited you guys to come on here, because I find the Instagram lately has stopped doing the timer. They had a timer at the top that would tell you had 5 minutes left and give you a heads up.
I was hoping to see like the last minute and something pop up on my screen or something, or the last 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8.
Yeah,
give you time to thank people for coming type thing.
I never got anything. I'm gonna pour something here because I started it on another stream one day and I never got to drink it because it kept opening other stuff. Did you just look over to your eye? That's my favorite maker right there.
No sandwiches.
You know, it's not that hard.
I don't even get sandwiches. You're totally out of luck.
Oh, so it's from our buddies at Rare Grabs, Carnmore.
Yeah, the 8-year-old Bayside. That was nice.
Glenn Lossy, yeah.
I'm gonna see if I have it. Give me a
I
second.
wish I knew what cask. It just says wine cask finish. It's
Did you say Glenn Lossy or Ben Reedus?
Glenn Lossy.
Okay.
I'm going to invite somebody.
I would have to run downstairs to get that. So,
All right. This way, nothing's wrong. I hope everybody's having fun, but
No, don't have it. That's all right. I got 3 open anyways, so and a beer.
you're doing quarantine the right way, I guess.
Am I breaking up when I talk to you?
Nope.
Maybe it's just us kind of fighting.
But I heard your wife, if you talk so much, she might break up with you.
Okay, could happen. I believe it.
That wasn't very nice.
A little bit of chatter from my wife as well.
Yeah, so I just invited Nicole. She's also a member of A.S.S, is she not?
Yep. We have
Yes,
3
she is.
A.S.S on here.
So we got three. No, you only have 2 A.S.S right now.
Cheryl is also.
Oh, Cheryl, yeah, but she's gone to make some sandwiches.
No, she's gone to get me some more scotch.
See? Well, same thing.
That's lovely.
She's doing her job.
Yeah.
Good woman.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, people think it's an insult. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
No, she is a good woman.
She is a good woman in it, and it's not. I don't know. People don't understand that, right? That you say
It sounds like a country song. A good-hearted woman in love with.
Oh my God, who sings that?
I don't know. Willie Nelson.
Well, whoever it is, let's keep it that way, right?
It's my dad's time. It's just music from my childhood. That's all.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, this Glenn Lossy. Anybody got a note on where and what it's from? The wine cask, I mean.
Well, if we knew, we'd just call up Travis, and Travis from Rare Drams would tell us something about it, I think.
Well, he might not. Sometimes that guy tries to be too secretive.
Sometimes I think he's secretive because he just doesn't know.
He might.
And he will admit that many times over.
He might. So Alberta Scotch Society is going to grow now that you're the president, Mr. Spirit of Edmonton.
Let's hope so.
And what is Kent's title? Do you have a title? Everybody has a title in the A.S.S.
I am an ass. That is my title.
He is a permanent fixture.
You are the A.S.S.
I'm just an ass. I'm just an ass. Get used to it.
That's all.
A permanent fixture at our tastings is what he is. He's there.
Yeah, well, he's an excellent supporter. That's for sure, right?
I definitely like to steer things from the background. There's way more control. Yeah.
Well, so we've got that. I'm going to open up this.
Do it. Oh, do it.
Now, a lot of people, they see what I got and they think I don't open anything. I've got, I don't know, probably close to 100 bottles opened up in my other area. One day I'm going to do a live from the whiskey.
From the open bottle area?
Yeah.
The whiskey wardrobe. Yeah, well, I don't mix them
You
together.
need to invite the two of us when you do that.
Well, I need you to come over and tell me what I can do in this old house with a new furnace. And I have various reasons for that. One, I don't want to do what the city wants, and that's tear it down. I want to make it's just a beat up old house and an infill, but I'd rather put something in a crawl space and eliminate the hot water. I want more space, right? Nicole wants to know what we're drinking.
Yeah.
You don't want to tear it down and put up a big tall, too
Well,
tall?
when I do that, I'll be doing that. Right now is a bad idea to do it.
No, that was a great time to do it because by the time you're done, the market should start to be on an upswing.
Okay, this is poured. Now I don't do Dolph pours.
Yeah.
Mine's looking pretty good.
Yeah, you poured that like 2 hours ago, though.
True, I've been sipping on this for a half hour, so that's good.
Yeah, we poured it at the same time. You see where mine is.
Yeah, exactly. And you've had to get the sandwich maker to make you another one.
Yeah.
You know, to become the president of the Alberta Scotch Society, you have to drink a fair amount of scotch. It's just what has to happen. So I don't feel too bad about it. What do you think of the nose, Daniel? I like it.
We have a new joiner here. I have to let her in. Nicole, you can turn your phone sideways and we'll get a clearer picture. If your tripod does that, you can turn it sideways.
Nick, welcome.
On YouTube, you can do that. It should flip on its own. I should have told you that ahead of time. There you are.
That's better.
I saw your text. Is Nicole, you're on, not muted. There you go. So now we have, now I should change the title of this. We now have 3 asses.
And an old ass.
And me. I don't know if I'm as old as you.
No, you were an ass at one point. You were
I'm a former ass. Yes.
That's what I mean, an old ass.
Now I'm just
3 asses. Okay. We're trying not to be too crude. I understand.
You know what? I think you should, suck up and pay the membership and become an ass again.
Well, we'll talk about that offline.
A true ass.
We'll talk about that offline.
Okay.
That is very sherry, and I'm going to set it aside because I give it time to breathe. Because as a neck pour, it'd probably be a bad reading. So, Nicole, how are you? How are you doing during our little quarantine stuff? Are you fully quarantined, self-quarantined? What are you at?
Self-isolation.
You have something maybe playing in the background on your phone or on your computer.
Yeah.
Nope.
A lot of feedback.
That was all chirping.
Yeah, all we heard is chirping. Is the YouTube open somewhere else and playing in the background or on your phone?
No, nothing else is open.
Okay.
Might be internet. A little bit saturated.
And none of it, and it's not coming from us. So anyway, okay, so.
Well, all of us have this one open, Nicole. So do you have this one on your shelf? The Kirkland.
What one?
It's
Nope.
the Kirkland Space I-20.
No Kirkland.
Do you have this one?
Carnival Space Side? Let me see.
The Glen Lossy. It's got a nice little, got a little heat to it. It's at 46%. That is one good looking.
Look at that.
Does he talk?
Nice and cuddly.
No, in front of the camera. Oh, Glen Burgie 10-year-old. I have a Glen Burgie that is misspelt, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's from. I'll grab it here somewhere. I can't remember where I put it.
Was it an independent bottler that did it?
Yep.
Did you get it at Chateau Louis? Because I think I have the same bottle.
Yes, I know. That's why I brought it up. You and I talked about this before.
Yeah, there we go.
Spelled with an H.
Murray
So-
McDavid.
But that was unique or just for Chateau Louis, right? It was their own bottling?
Well, no. You can still get Murray McDavid. They changed it now. They're like they have a variation label.
Yeah.
Different colors, kind of like the SMWS. Anyway, this one here was labeled Chateau Louis, Edmonton, Alberta.
There we
But
go.
they're bottled in Brooklady. Independent bottler. I think they just didn't promote themselves, and they say that Jim McEwen picked these casks, right? So
I enjoyed it. That was part of my second post-Festivus whiskey celebration. So that was 4 years ago. I cracked that one open, and it went over really well. So
and then I have this.
we open it, it's half decent.
I don't think any of your members have this bottle now. I think something's gone haywire. First of all, I'm using my A.S.S glass.
Thank you very much. We'll all show those.
And I have a bottle here.
So look at the icon up top. I didn't even know that they had this from our society at one point. So it sounds bad. The president should know these things, but
well, I know who you're replacing, and that guy there, didn't really inform you.
lovely man. But I'd love to get my hand on one of those bottles. It's and you said what 47 or 67 were produced?
I have society bottle number 1 I have, and it's bottle 32 of 84.
84 bottles.
Nice.
I don't know how many of those are left in circulation now.
I doubt many, but
What?
it depends.
I know.
You never had this, Nicole?
No, what is it?
It's a Ben Rennis,
No.
Okay.
but it is
An SMWS bottling.
no, it's an ass.
An ass.
You are a terrible president. You can't even remember what club you're in.
Well, I've just had too many.
In both.
A responsible president. Listen, we're just going to start calling you Trump.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
He's horrible. I'm sorry.
Anyway, this is from the Dimensions collection,
Okay.
right? 46%. And I have a bottle. I'm sure that
You said you got it, what, 8 years ago?
I don't know. I bought it at Unwind.
Really?
Yeah, before they even knew who I was, Graham and them.
Yeah.
But I bought it at Unwind in St. Albert.
See, there you go.
That came up in our previous conversation with Kent and I, well, earlier tonight. When were they in St. Albert? Because I didn't know them then.
Years ago, man.
Yeah.
Like 7, 8?
What year were you born? Don't tell anybody it's on public radio here. We don't want people to know.
Okay.
No.
There's somebody sticking their ass in the camera.
A very cute kitty.
Meow meow.
You saw the cat. I love cats.
Kent puppy. Her kitty cat.
I love cats.
Say, see the kitty? See the kitty?
Meow. Meow.
He's like, where's the kitty? Where's the kitty? Where's the kitty?
He's probably thinking the same thing I am. I love cats. They taste just like chicken.
So does dog.
So,
So
I heard
Daniel,
what's that, Nicole?
Oh yeah.
be reading?
I have books to read, but I don't read those types. Those ones are too limited.
We're gonna do the Whiskey Book Club. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't have
I
that
won
one.
that.
Nicole says that because she doesn't have it yet, but if she
I
had
won
it,
that book. That could be another one.
Yeah.
by Charles MacLean.
Yeah.
And I have to say that, you got a lot of bourbon books. They're okay. Yours are the ones you got, but I like mine better. Would you like to see the ones I've got?
Yeah.
Sure. What?
Yes, we would.
I'll tell, and you'll find out why mine are better.
I'm waiting.
Just because it's him.
Or because it's a book that has whiskey in it. That's my guess. Actually, I have something like that. Oh. Hold on one sec. Let's see.
Well, I brought them off the shelf, and then I walk away, and I can hear everything. The Scotch whiskey. I'll show you one of the books that I really don't like.
Let me guess.
The guy might be as intelligent as could be, and it's in this box of whiskey.
Oh, the Glenn Farkas.
21-year-old came free book
Oh, I've got that one.
by Ian Buxton. But let's be honest, Ian Buxton. All you did was give me a list of whiskeys I should try.
Yep.
that's why, I mean, one of the industry's most illustrative tipplers.
Yeah.
What do you mean? All he does, it's 101 whiskeys to try before you die. It doesn't tell you anything. Oh, well, what are you keeping the box for?
So I'm 98
Sure.
whiskeys.
Yeah, it's just number 17 and 18.
Yeah, but did you learn anything reading the book?
Nothing. Because I have tons of other whiskey books from people I trust a little bit more, right?
Like if you haven't read one of his books, Charles McLean,
Yeah.
read one of his books, right?
Got it. You know what? I bought this at Costco, and the price was the same. Actually, it was cheaper because Costco. So to get this and the whiskey that went with it, I was pretty happy with it. So, and it was a Christmas thing as well. So I think I still have the whiskey behind me, but it was a good read for like a couple hours on a Christmas morning. You're sitting there, you're done, you're sitting in the middle of a mess, you're drinking your whiskey and you're reading a book. It was good.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they all should be something, but
yeah.
Okay, so I've got this book here. Ever heard of Warren Bobrow? He's from Louisiana.
Show me the book again, Daniel. Sorry,
I haven't shown it yet. It's called
Whisky
Cocktails.
Nope.
Pretty in-depth for the cocktails themselves. I mean, a lot of the stuff, any cocktail book, you've got to be prepared and make a list and go buy stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm not there. I know Nick loves their cocktails. I just can't get into it.
But this is the one.
That's it.
Yeah. Warren Bobrow. And I have a second book by Warren Bobrow called Apothecary Cocktails. And it kind of breaks it down to some that you would use for health.
Oh, okay.
Some you would use for
medicinal drinks. Good for you.
Like a herbal sweet punch is one of them. So he breaks it down like relaxants and toddies, different things. I think he did a little research on making this, but I think part of buying a cocktail nowadays is the presentation. I mean, honestly, if you're paying $25 or $30 for a drink, a cocktail, man,
it better look right.
Yeah, you got to put on a show, man. So, and some of it's not bad. He's got ones in like an area for restoratives, taste and true hangover cures, right?
Hair of the dog.
Well, yeah, it's hair of the dog. Corpse reviver. I think you might need that one later there, Dolph.
Which one? Corpse reviver?
Corpse reviver, yeah. You need 3 ounces of cognac, 2 ounces of Calvados, 1 ounce of gin, 1 ounce sweet vermouth, and I don't know if I'm going to say this right, Falernum ice. I don't know what Falernum ice.
What?
Yeah.
Falernum. Yes.
I have every ingredient except for the ice.
Yeah. No, I don't have half of those. So.
No, neither do I. The easiest cocktail I'll make is a
rusty nail.
Oh, I haven't tried rusty.
That's mine. The rusty nail.
Nice whiskey sour.
Oh, okay. Mine's Drambuie and whiskey. That's it. That's perfect.
Now, my number one bourbon book, and this is why I say your bourbon books are limited, is because I don't think any of them mention bacon. You guys need to have bourbon and bacon.
Damn.
Because this has got a bourbon candied bacon.
Did that?
I made this.
So did I.
You made this one?
Yeah. No, I have a different recipe from one of my books that has it.
Okay.
And I did as well at a tasting last year that I was pouring at. Hops and whiskey or hops and something. It was at the Winter Club.
Yep.
Anyway, same thing. It was it was popular. The candy.
I go to Costco and get I forget the name now. It's an applewood bacon, applewood smoked bacon slices thick. Is it?
Like,
Huh?
yeah, it's the thick slices, the big packet cost.
Yep.
Fletcher's. That's who it is, and that's all this needs is that half a cup of sugar and a quarter cup of bourbon. And
Perfect.
You guys have an Instant Pot?
I haven't. Yeah, I've used it 2 or 3 times.
There is a recipe for a bourbon chicken for the Instant Pot. It is honey bourbon Instant Pot recipe. It is to die.
Well, we need that, right? And I mean, here, who wouldn't want a bacon covered turkey? Right?
I'm
Just
Nicole or Cheryl, you guys could start making some stuff for her. What's going on over there? That camera. I hope that was just your thumb.
I don't think so.
Unfortunately, there's a light behind her.
She's got a big mouth on her. She was swearing there on the Instagram.
You should have heard what she said off camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I can imagine. That son of a.
It all comes from the heart.
Hey, see, we can't include Nicole because she's a bachelor as well, right?
Yeah, bachelorette.
Bachelors. Hey, Don Holland, enjoying a dram of Springbank 10.
Oh, excellent.
So what?
Springbank.
Don, I hope you're doing well, and I hope your family's doing well. What we have here is 3 members of the Alberta Scotch Society, which we fondly say they are members of A.S.S. And you can take that any way you want and run with it, right? What we have also, they started out on Dolph, the Spirit of Edmonton, who is also the president of A.S.S., with a 20-year-old Macallan, and they did was that Ruby or is that Amber?
Oh, it's just
Amber.
Amber, right? Which is equivalent to their 10-year-old, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it started with that, right? When you leaned over that way, your elbow looked like your ass, actually.
And this was the drum of the night.
He got pants on. That's the other thing about YouTube. You don't have to have pants on. Wait, just don't stand up.
TMI.
And then I have this wonderful book. I have both editions, this one and another one. I had an autograph. Oh, I do have an autograph. Here we go.
Does it say, what's it say?
What?
Read it.
For Daniel, a pleasure to meet you in person. Davin de Kergamo.
Where did you meet him?
I was going to say, how drunk was he? He said, "Pleasure to meet you."
He actually invited me to his book release at the Whisky Festival, or at the book festival here in Edmonton last year or the year before. I think the year before. Myself and a fellow called the Rum Howler were there, and then he actually took us out for a beer and dinner.
Nice.
So,
He was really drunk.
no,
What a nice guy.
didn't drink a drop actually.
Well, that gives me the chance to talk about this. You're segueing it.
Yep, I am. So tell us what you're going to be doing here, Dolph.
So Nick and I were.
First of all, where are you doing it?
Well, we're doing it on YouTube, and it's my channel. So the Spirit of Edmonton, and it doesn't say Yeg, it's Spirit of Edmonton actually for YouTube. And I talked to Davin actually today, so I think he's going to come on with us for the first couple of them. And we're doing it by section. And if you look in it, it goes chapter, but the first 3 chapters are in one section, then another section. So we're doing about 20 pages a week, 20, 30 pages we read. And then Saturday at 7:30, we're going to start, discussing it. So we have our whiskey book talk. So it's our book club. And so far we've got, Daniel, you could join too. I didn't know you had the book with you. So you're another one. So Nick and I's 2, Davin's 3. We've got Kent maybe have the 4. We have Sean Kincaid 5. And I think you said I could get 6 on the camera, right?
Yeah, through StreamYard, yeah.
Right. So I'll get 6 on camera and then everyone else just the comments on the side.
Okay.
So Nick, you'll get the first 15 pages or first 20 pages done by Saturday, right?
I don't read. I just drink whiskey.
Okay.
I start to read. I should say that. I start to read and I fall asleep and I just absorb it. You know, kind of reverse osmosis type of stuff.
I think it's a good thing because, and he also has like pictures of different, he talks about different bottles. So I figured we could do it. And whatever bottle is on one of those pages, we'd be drinking at that time. I don't know how much we talk about the whiskey, but
very good.
Depends what he has to say. So, and he talks about two brewers in the first part. So
nice.
I got the two brewers. I got that covered today. And he's got Whistle Pig in the first chapter or first section. So I might bring out the Whistle Pig or the Mastersons I've got. So
I have one Whistle Pig.
I've got the 12-year-old, I think. I have to look. I forgot. I bought it right after their master distiller passed away. This
for Whistle Pig. Oh,
I forget his name.
Yeah, he's a bourbon guy, right? A big bourbon guy.
He was.
Yeah, very heavy and unhealthy. Probably bacon burger bourbon.
Probably.
Something or other.
Candy bacon.
I know the problem because I just had an appointment with my doctor and I might be in trouble.
Oh, you're thinking healthy now.
This is my first bad news comment.
Oh, well, stop with the bacon. Have a little bit more. I
finally got her convinced it's actually not the whiskey. I said, listen, you see all the bottles behind me? They're not open. Alcoholics say I have a problem because my bottles aren't
all the time.
Yeah.
You guys must be alcoholics because you have so much whiskey and wine. It's like we don't drink enough to make it go away.
I bought one from Chateau Louis called Bread and Butter. And it's a white wine, and I can't remember who it's from now. Probably California or something. Not very expensive, maybe 12 or 14 bucks. 18 the most. But man, I never had that much oak off of wine. It was very nice. Very, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah. The problem is I could drink that whole thing in one night. Don't do that with a whiskey, right? People try to say whiskey's so expensive, I'd rather have a bottle of wine. I'm like,
you drink a bottle of wine in the night.
Yeah. A bottle of whiskey will last me 6 months. A bottle of wine will last you maybe 6 hours.
3 hours. No, 3. Maybe.
So Nicole, when do you go back to work?
Have no idea.
Tomorrow.
Your work has told you to stay home.
Yep.
Are you working from home?
Yes.
Okay. So you still have a job. And then we know Kent, he is technically self-employed. At least that's what Cheryl tells him.
Yeah.
He's still working. He's still going hard.
And Dolph is on spring break.
Yep.
But I'd be at home now anyways.
Yeah.
As soon as you have the temperature, they tell you to go home and sequester yourself for 14 days. So I'd be at home.
Do you think
school back in for you anyway, Dolph? If you weren't on.
Does this mean I'll be rationing away your whiskey? I might have to, Don.
Yeah.
I think I have enough for a decade.
I may have to sell some of it to make a living if I'm out of work.
You might have to. Okay.
So hope you got your wallet open, Don.
Yeah.
And what was your shipping address again?
Yeah.
We may not be allowed to cross provinces, period, let alone anything else.
I think the real question is, what's your credit card number?
Yeah, Don, what's your credit card number? I haven't set up a credit, but I'll make it happen. I know people that'll help me.
Let's keep it safe. You tell Daniel your credit card number. You tell Nick your expiry date, and you tell me the last 3 numbers in the back, and then you'll be fine. It's all good.
Yeah. Better yet, tell them all to me. I'll process it through the company.
Yeah.
And we'll split half and half.
Yeah. Who's going to get half and half? It sounds like I'm going to get screwed.
Yeah. Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Oh, those credit card charges, they're huge.
Yeah.
$2,000. What?
No comment. I could make some comments, but I'm not gonna.
We are live.
We are live. Yeah, I can set up. I got PayPal. I don't need these guys. That's absolutely right, my friend. PayPal is the way to go. Right? Juan is on the ball. And being that he's my only viewer, doing these things late at night, we need to do something in the daytime.
We're available.
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock's usually pretty good. It's because then you get Europe, right?
Hey, up, pal. Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
Don
pal.
got it right.
What do you mean pay up, Hal? Oh, I misread that. You sneaky little. Anybody found this bourbon?
Hartfield.
Never seen it.
No.
It is actually the first bourbon in 95 years. It says to be actually made in Bourbon County.
What's Bourbon County?
Kentucky?
That's in Kentucky. Bourbon is actually a
I
county.
know it's in Kentucky, but I've never heard of Bourbon County,
So
Kentucky.
where this is what I ask people a lot that know nothing about whiskey is I'll ask them what bourbon is, and they'll say it's a whiskey. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a county in Kentucky. So that's where it originally was from, right? So Bourbon County is an area, and they now have this as a distillery there. I have not opened it yet. But it seems to be a little low on the neck if you made it.
Got to be north of Indiana.
It is.
Yeah, it's not a county.
Everything's north of Indiana.
I have a
Look
good
at the
friend.
color of that, though.
What's that?
Color. Freaking beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's very dark.
Sample it out to the three of us.
Yeah, Don, I agree. It looks a little bit like a port finish. It's so dark, but well, the new char first fill barrels, they do that with the color, but that is dark.
Yeah, it's either port finish or it's maybe a rechar.
It just says aged 5 months or more in a 6-gallon barrel.
Small barrel.
How many liters is 6 gallons? Help me out, boys. I don't know.
Times 4.
Help me.
3.75.
Many liters in 6 gallons because the math teacher doesn't know.
Yeah.
I don't convert from gallon to liters whatsoever.
3.7596. Their math teacher.
How many liters in 6
So
gallons?
gallons,
3.75.
Almost 23 liters.
There you go.
So is that an octave?
I don't know, man.
Smaller than an octave.
Octave 25 liters.
Yeah.
Got sample bottles? Leave them in your mailbox. I'll fill them up.
Beauty.
Yep.
Done.
Oh, they have
Thousands and thousands of those little bottles. So she buys them by the bulk and sells them to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason Coates, U.S. gallon or imperial gallon?
I would say U.S. gallon, considering it's Indiana.
From the U.S., yes. So we're talking about a bourbon from Bourbon County for the first time. Triple baked, like I've never been baked in my life. Talking about baked, how you doing, Nicole? How you doing? Talking about baked.
Not baked.
Thanks, Jason.
Jason Coates is a wealth of knowledge, actually. Oh, here we go, drinking from the bottle again, Nicole.
Go, Nicole. Go, Nicole.
We do drink from the bottle if you want to.
I don't see anybody else drinking, which is kind of sad.
I am right here, man.
Like Nicole, what are you talking about?
It looks like your cousin Pop there, Kent.
That would be a very dark beer.
Ugh.
So just for Jason, the three guests I have on here, Jason, are down in the bottom corner here. This fella, that's Dolph. He is the president of Alberta Scotch Society. He is the president of A.S.S. And then we have Kent. He is a hardcore whiskey supporter and member of A.S.S. And then we have Nicole. Do you have a title at A.S.S. or are you?
Nope, but she has Whiskey Bells, her own club.
Yes. Thanks, Kent. Give me a chance. You freaking rushing me all the time. Does he do that all the time, Cheryl?
Yes.
Yeah. And Nicole is one of the many members of the Whiskey Bells. You can find them on Instagram and I think Twitter as well. I don't know where else you are, Nicole.
Facebook. It's the 3 mainly, and we've got a web page too.
The Ass Master is, yeah, well.
No, that's me. The president of the Ass Master. Nicole is the consultant. So let's call her a consultant for the Alberta Scotch Society.
She's a ass consultant.
Ooh, there you go.
She's
I
an
like
ass consultant. Okay.
She is a whiskey consultant.
Yeah.
Smartest Scotch whiskey lady I know.
Scotch whiskey lady I know.
There you go.
But you know what? We barely see anybody else from the Whiskey Bells. Nicole is the most active member, in my opinion.
Yes.
She's the face of Whiskey Bells. There are many other active members, but she is the face.
She is the face.
And we won't forget.
But I know what's behind her in those cupboards, just so anybody else.
So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheryl and me had the luxury of hanging out at her place not too many weekends ago, right before she decided to self-isolate due to a...
Cheers, Jason.
Who doesn't have a cough right now? Yeah. Every time someone tells me not to cough, I get the urge to cough. It's psychosomatic.
Yes, it is.
I used to cough to cover my fart. Now I fart to cover my cough.
Yeah.
Wasn't
it? You're out in public and you got this dry throat and you need to do this little cough. Everybody looks at you with those death lasers. They want to kill you. Because
Get out of here. Go.
I changed my cell phone. I changed my cell phone ringer to fart noise now.
Just to cover up.
Yeah.
You're thinking ahead, Daniel. That's good.
No, there are. I have some medicine here that helps.
Ooh, Everclear.
He's making hand sanitizer. It's a good idea. It's good.
This will make you a man before your mother, Cheryl.
No thanks.
By the way, that sweet little voice you hear in the background is Ken's wife. I don't know if she's a member of A.S.S, but she's married to one. That's all I know.
No,
I'd like to hang out with the asses. I'm all good.
Cheryl is a member of A.S.S.
I didn't know you were kinky like that, but whatever.
She's a cute ass.
Okay, I'm backing up.
Yeah, you better back up, master ass.
Yeah. No,
I know a lot of people. I know that when I was a board member of A.S.S many years ago, there was a motion to change the name. Right? And there was a motion to change the name, yes.
To the Whiskey Society, maybe? Or
I don't know what they were going to change. Well, I forget now. I mean, it was, and I became, this is why, guys, just so you know, I became a board member in my very, very first meeting. It's this guy here. I'm like, sure. I just kind of felt trapped. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then a lot of times, and I'm passing this on to the president now, is that a lot of times the meetings, like the tastings were like on Thursdays or Wednesday, which is great and convenient for the former president that probably had wife and kids and couldn't organize things and had to have the weekend off. I don't know, but it was difficult for some of us that our time off
didn't coincide.
Did not coincide at all. So I mean, I have a little more flexibility now in my life, but
see, I understand completely because Cheryl and me are both board members of the Festival Place Cultural Arts Foundation. Quick plug, Saturday, September 12th. Anyways, 12th and 14th, whatever that Saturday is, we're doing our own tasting. And the former board member that
you're in Banff with me at the Banff.
No, this is the weekend before Banff.
Okay.
So, yeah, we literally Saturday we are doing the Festival Place Cultural Arts Foundation. The next weekend we are in Banff. So, anyways, the former board member always liked to do our tastings Thursday at 4:00. I'm like, we people drink. like we work, we can't get there for 4 o'clock. We know you're retired. So, anyways, this year I moved it to Saturday, and what are we drinking? I am currently getting a little bit sloshed on this.
I should share a Ben Riach with all you guys, but I kind of got to keep it secret.
Why secret?
I can't tell you that it's a secret.
Okay.
Hey, is in. We're getting a little. Dolph, how did you say it earlier? A little.
I quite possibly. I'm not sure what else. I say whatever comes to mind, really.
Oh, Jason, Forrester 1920. That's awesome.
Oh, I like that 1920. That was amazing.
Jason could amaze you quite a bit, a lot more than what Kent and I or any of us have behind us, hidden or otherwise. Kent will surprise you, or Jason will surprise you. Kent surprises me all the time.
I like to surprise.
Yeah, I mean, first surprise is that he has probably the cutest sandwich maker around, but
yes, of course.
He's got bad eyesight.
I married up a long ways. Yeah.
And that's with whiskey enemies saying that. So
yeah, you should hear me over.
Yeah.
Whiskey makes us all goopy. It does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, well, that is one of the things that as a member of anything, the Whiskey Bells have done it. I've watched them, and A.S.S needs to do it, is that we need to talk about the responsibility. I mean, we enjoy whiskey.
Yep.
But it's responsibly enough, right? I mean, sure, some of us get a little buzz on, a little tipsy, but I pour a lot less, especially when I'm doing this, because I've seen some stuff, and Don Holland and Jason Coates can confirm this, that they've seen some YouTube channels turn into a train wreck.
Yeah.
They're hilarious to watch.
not good.
Back me up on this, guys. They're hilarious to watch, but sometimes you're like, "Well, that's going to get deleted." So there is a responsibility, not only for other people, but for our health. We have sometimes, if you haven't set it up, my channel is set up for 18 and older. But sometimes young people can get in here and watch this, and if you're in a certain type of job position, you have to be careful and think conscientiously of it, because the spirit itself is great. I mean, I jokingly show Everclear, but this stuff, I mean, literally, guys, this will make you go blind if you try to drink it like we drink other stuff. It's 95% alcohol.
Ouch.
You know,
I drank in my youth.
Even on their own website, they state that this is an incomplete spirit. It is meant to be used as a mix or something else, not drink it. You will be in trouble. I know, because in my youth I drank it, and I woke up to being electrocuted by the buddy that was drinking it with me.
Oof.
He had one of those tensor bandages you get from like your chiropractor or your physio. Because he had been in a bad accident. And of course he's a little hammered, so he tosses the two pads on me randomly, so who knows where they land. So it's just like a taser.
A Dr. Hose system.
Yeah. I turned it on, but he just had it at full blast and hit on. I'm like, "Whoa!" You're paralyzed almost, right? I mean, they were just laying on me, so they fell off. But oh man, if you know anything about taser,
even better, we were at a bonfire out in the bush on a farm, and the bush fire was basically they were clearing land and bulldozed all the trees up into a pile, and 5 gallons of diesel, 5 gallons of gas lit it up, and we had a bonfire for the weekend.
Yeah.
And Buddy went over to take a piss on the electric fence. You want to talk about electrocution? That's electrocution. And he is jolting and doing the whole funky chicken. We had no clue what the hell was going on. And then all of a sudden the owner of the farm came over and said, he's being electrocuted. And we kind of just kicked him off the fence.
Yeah, when I was much younger and I lived out east, we used to challenge a couple buddies, say, hey, see how long you can grab a hold and hold onto that fence, right? That was the challenge before you let it. So, yeah, it's a little wicked, a little wild.
Yeah, 24 volts, a little bit average.
Oh, is that your spirit animal or your emotional sport animal?
Both.
Who goes off?
Good. He's really soft. Yeah.
Was he got does he smoke cigars? Is that why his face is so
He's got a mustache. His name's Watson.
Watson?
Sherlock Holmes and Watson. He's got the mustache going
I
on.
love seeing all your dogs and your pets, even Nicole's cat, because my nephew, my oldest nephew, he's really more like a brother because he's only 2 years younger than I am. That's a long story, but
older siblings, obviously.
I have much older siblings. Yes, my dad was joking around, and Mom took him seriously.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, were you the oops of the third child?
I was an oops of the sixth child.
Sixth child.
And I was a twin. My twin didn't survive, and neither did my older brother's twin survive.
Oh,
Hey, Ben, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming in. Better late than never. Jason.
Okay.
Jason says, does go off the rails a bit sometimes. Yes, he's talking about other channels. I've never gone off the rail. Right.
Sure.
So anyway, we were doing that. Yeah, and one guy did pee on the he was peeing on the post, but of course the electric fence was wrapped around the post, and it gave him a shock. It didn't paralyze him. He wasn't stuck there in midstream or anything. I don't know how anybody gets stuck in midstream for very long. I mean,
not very long, but it doesn't matter because it apparently really, really hurts.
Yeah, of course it does.
Yep.
Nobody wants any electric shocks by their genitals unless they've got something wrong in their brain.
So, anyways, I'm thinking this is already going off the rails, and Nicole's going like, I don't want to hear this.
Nah, Nicole, you're safe. Don't worry. You're amongst friends. You've never had any electrical shock experiences, Nicole?
No, I grew up on a farm for the first bit of my life, so I learned that lesson way earlier.
Really?
Yeah. We
I don't stick my finger or other body part on an electrical fence.
Yeah, you learned, eh?
Yeah.
It's no
Plus,
work.
I also work in urology, so I saw all the horror stories. No thanks.
There you go.
Yep. Only 24 volts, but ooh, the amperage.
Jason, do you not live in Ontario as well? Do you not? Because I see Don's comment that they just got it, the LCBO. There's a rumor out here that the LCBO has contacted certain stores or went through the ACLG. What do we call it out here?
ADLC.
AGLC.
Yep.
Which are totally different than the LCBO. I'm pretty sure they told them to take a flying leap, but some of the stores here have been told to cease and desist with the shipping stuff to Ontario. And I think it happened on the BC side as well. Oh, Jason's in Kansas. You ever walk over and knock on the Scotch Test Dummies doors? I want to come down there on my motorbike and get one of them to pull me over. Just so anybody that doesn't know, I mean, everybody in the chat knows. If you guys don't know, the Scotch Test Dummies, they're two police officers in Kansas.
Yep.
Right?
They are funny as hell.
They're hilarious. They're really the most genuine guys in the whole industry. They really started this without knowing anything about YouTube, let alone whiskey. They sincerely lived up to their name of being dummies, right? About Scotch and whiskey. A lot of the other guys are still good and great and so forth, but they probably hold the biggest special spot for me in my heart type of thing when I talk about that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love those guys. They are just amazing.
Yeah. Jason was down there and went to their tasting, and they are great. They're real people, man. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody's pretty genuine. There's a few. Anytime they want to stand toe to toe, I'll tell them that I think they're phony, but I'll tell them why. I mean, I say a lot of stuff about people, and I try to live up to the fact that if I say it about you behind your back, I'll say it to your face, right?
It's the best way.
If you haven't noticed, I kind of feel that way, right? So
You have enough for Daniel. We get it. It's okay.
what's that, dear?
I said you have no filter. It's okay. We get it.
I have a filter, and if you see me leave a room, that's my filter.
I'm out.
Talking about people that I hold close to my heart.
I've never seen you leave a room.
When do I leave a room? Santa Cruzing, man, there's another guy there. I love this guy to pieces, and I cannot wait to go down to California and meet Charlotte, his puppy dog, and go for a nice walk, and then go race something. Because man, you guys check him out. Follow him on Instagram, okay? Santa Cruz. He is phenomenal. And if you don't know here right now, I don't know if anybody can see your names. Whiskey Bell. Nick is a member of the Whiskey Bells, which is on Instagram and the other social media ones, but Instagram is the only one you need to follow. The other ones are terrible. Not just for Whiskey Bells, for anybody. Twitter. God, man, that's like for 90-year-olds. Right now, Santa. We're not allowed to cross the border, dude. I could probably sneak you across. I know a way to get you up here. Yeah. And then we have, I don't know if it's just this logo thing. I don't know. Oh, everybody's name's up now. So on YouTube, you have the Spirit of Edmonton, which is Dolph. He is also the newly appointed president of the Alberta Scotch Society. He is the head master of A.S.S. You have Kent, which is calling himself Try This One. I don't know why.
Santa Cruz.
Yeah, and then you have me, and I am Whiskey Throttle, because as Santa Cruz knows, I love motorbikes and I like whiskey. Or is it I like whiskey and I love motorbikes, or motorbike? I don't know, whatever. I don't drink and ride a motorbike at the same time. The term Whiskey Throttle comes from dirt bikes. When you are trying to hold onto a bike and you lose control and you're holding on to the throttle, they call it Whiskey Throttle because you're all over the place.
Yep.
I have never done that on a motorcycle or on a dirt bike yet, but I have done it on a street bike, and I was very, very fortunate that I steered between the cars and then let go of the throttle. You learn very quickly that the throttles or the controls on a motorbike are just like a remote control playing video game. You don't choke the crap out of them and break them. Your hands should be relaxed and they'll be faster. So on a motorbike, they are there to control, and your hands should be like a feather. But that's my
Santa Cruzin, I'm trying to find you.
Santa Cruzin. Santa Cruzn.
Yeah, there's so many on Instagram right now, though.
He may have two, but there is only one Santa Cruzin. Do you never?
Santa Cruzin N, Santa Cruzin Nails, Santa Cruzin Radio. Jeez.
Well, that's because that's where he lives, but there's only one Santa Cruzin, and don't you ever forget it, okay?
I won't.
Hi, Ben.
And then there's Ben.
I think I got it.
If I got him here, man. If you haven't found it, I'll send it to you.
Kurt Williams?
No.
It says right below it. Nope. Yeah,
it's actually SC Malt Master. Sorry.
SC Malt Master.
SC Malt Master, yes.
There we go.
There.
Jen, can you send it to me?
Thank you.
Yeah, I can send it to you too. Yep.
Got that.
By the way, Santa, Whiskey Bell, Nick here. She's big into racing cars. Tell us a little bit about that, Nick. What do you and your family do?
Not my family. It was more myself. I was active in the car community up here, and had a sports car, and used to road course, and part of a drag team in the pit crew.
Nick, I never knew that. We parallel lines.
There's a police car. to the plane, and I pit crew with them, and I help out when I can with the volunteer program. They're all about racing on the track and not on the roads. So a good message, and why not? It's fun. Doing the quarter mile in a police car? Absolutely.
That's all right. Nothing like a motorbike, though.
Quarter mile in just under 300 mile an hour. It's a thrill.
Yep.
But she also was a fan of like Dodge trucks, so.
Hey, we can't falter for everything.
Your neighbor that has like I came to your place there that one time, and it was like pulling to a Dodge dealership.
Oh, the guy across the street. Oh,
Got
yes. Every color in the rainbow.
Yep. When our dad was alive, he rode as well. Rode a motorbike. Cool, Ben.
Yeah.
Anybody here on of the guests here ride a motorcycle at all?
Used to.
What did you ride?
Early Softail.
When I was a teenager, my first vehicle was a Honda Hawk 400.
Nice.
And then a Shadow 650. And that's where I ended, because then I got married and my wife told me to stop. And I listened to her. And I keep holding that against her. And she said if she only knew how much I would keep bringing it up, she would have never made me stop. But
do you still have your Class 6?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think you know how to ride well enough to ride again?
Yes, but it would have to be a low rider where I'm standing up, because I'm old. I have a bad back.
Nah.
You don't think so?
I will teach you a few things. If you promise to be gentle and good, I have a motorcycle or two you can ride.
Sounds good to me. Sounds fun.
You've probably
got lots of insurance, so my wife should be really happy anyways. No matter what happens, everything's good.
Jason rode a moped in high school. That's cool, man. I mean, here's the thing that people don't understand. Kent, you just brought up, you had a Harley, you said, Kent?
86 Harley Softail.
Okay, and then you got rid of it because it couldn't contain any oil anymore, or what?
First wife and a kid.
First wife and a kid. Yeah. See, that's why I have 5 motorcycles. So.
Yeah. You're single, no wife, still own a motorbike. I got rid of the wife and the kid, kept the motorcycle.
Gotcha. I'm just being a jerk. I can't help it.
My wife says I can buy a motorbike again when I build the garage for the backyard to store it. So.
Yeah, you need something like that, right? I barely have any room where I'm storing stuff, but listen, Jason, my brother goes to Thailand and he drives a moped all the time, and he thinks knows how to ride a motorcycle. He comes back here and he's got an old 85 Goldwing, and he uses the rear brake all the time. I'm like, dude, you gotta let me. He says my front brakes aren't good enough. I'm like, well, then don't ride it. You gotta fix your front brakes. I never use my rear brake unless it's if I have a passenger and I'm trying to stop with the passenger hitting my head. I'll apply the front and some rear brake so that it keeps the bike level instead of nosediving as much, right? Or you could buy new technology, like even the new Goldwing and BMWs. They don't actually have 2 forks on the front tires. They have a single fork that you can't see underneath the cowl. And then they have, I guess you call them forks, but they're not fork shocks. And so that when you brake, it actually brakes. The bike goes down like this more.
Right.
Yeah. Right. But I like my speed on 4 wheels. Yeah, I like to go fast on 4 wheels too. That's what other people don't realize, is that motorbikes, sure, they're going to be faster than a car, but a car can outbrake them because they've got way more sets of brakes, obviously.
My in-laws are actually Lehman trikes.
They got trikes, yeah.
Lehman trikes.
Yeah, Lehman trikes. Yeah, there's lots of new ones out there actually, and I don't think Lehman might be doing it right now. But instead of the rear tires on the back, that somebody has built a kit for everything for front ones, actually. And I think that if I ever had to get that old and change my ways, I would go with the 2 front ones because they look kind of.
It's good when you're paralyzed.
It's good when you're paralyzed. Yeah. One of the good buddies, he lost a leg leaving the Tim Hortons here in Edmonton. He had just left, and he was not a crazy guy on a motorbike. He was more about riding and socializing. And some jerk went through a red light and T-boned him and destroyed his leg. Eh?
Ouch.
And that's what he did. He had his bike redone through insurance, and he had a Lehman's trike put on the back, right? So,
Hey, I've done 3 months in a body cast. Been there, done that.
yeah, you don't want to do that again.
No, that was the second time. Third time, I won't walk.
No. Ben, are you drinking anything tonight? You haven't said. There's a low thing going on here. What are you drinking? No one told me what you're drinking.
Oh,
Sam, by the way. That's why you want to follow Santa. He will show you some stuff that is, and he's got some sweet spot liquor stores. A Port Askag. Probably saying it the wrong way. But I picked it up. What I really wanted was Bunnahabhain 12. Well, you're not. You're doing okay with that. Port Askag is actually where you come in to the Isle of Islay. You come into Port Askag. So they're an independent bottler. I think they're actually right next to Kalila, to tell you the truth. Trying to remember now. I have several of them over here. And I have, this is also put out by the same company. They're a little bit more money. I think you guys have seen them. It's the Elements of Islay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
Yeah, they're some of them are phenomenal, man.
Fantastic.
So good.
You're paying a premium. I don't know what, I think a little bottle like this will sell for $100 or something.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, but
Yep.
I mean, you're getting some pretty classy stuff in here, right? I think they have a few others. The way they word it, they do it as the Elements. This is just peated. It's a blend, right? But the other ones are
One?
Port Askag. Yeah, that's probably the one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I have that one as well, though.
I've got a 15 and I have an 8. That's the two I picked up at the tasting with Chris Maben when he was here. And he also, and I might buy a second one of this, but we'll have to see what the economy turns into after. I have to pull it out of the box because
Oh, yeah.
at the very end of the tasting, were you there for that tasting? I can't remember. It was at the Chateau Louis.
For who though?
Well, the guy put it on was Chris Maben. Well, he works for the company that brings it in. This is, as you can see, almost patent leather. I don't know what they would call it. It's a very glossy container. And it is from a distillery that doesn't exist anymore. It is a single grain.
Yum.
And it is, I used to be younger than this. I am no longer younger than this.
Okay.
It is getting way too expensive to find whiskeys older than I am and afford them. Unfortunately, it's been in the cask so long that it is only at 40.4%, which is actually considered cask strength for this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was aged for 50 years.
I was going to say it's got to be 50-year-old or better.
Yeah.
Oh, north of Scotland. Oh, yeah.
It's not north of British. It's north of Scotland.
Yeah. What year?
What year?
Yeah.
Now you're making me read. The Knox Forth Brewery was founded in 1789 in Tullibody in Alloa, and in 1957 was rebuilt and became north of Scotland. I may have to open up too many things to read what this was. No.
That's right. I've been looking for a 1969, so a birthday bottle. So I've
Family cask, man.
yeah,
But
for $5,000.
family cask is going to cost you at least $5,000.
Yeah.
So You should.
Golf for my 50th birthday, I actually had to go to a Taylor Flaggate, the best in 1968.
Yeah.
Went to a port for that year.
I can get a port. I can get an Armagnac,
Yeah.
and both of those for a half decent price. I'm a teacher. I can't afford $5,000 for a bottle of scotch.
Well, that's why I went to port, and it was amazing. 1968 for Taylor Flaggate was an amazing year, but 69, not so much.
Yeah, some of the ones that you'd get just because your age is on it is not going to be.
No.
But just like Jason Coates said, some of these low cask old drams are incredible. Now, I probably wouldn't have bought this, but he had a bottle open, believe it or not.
Ooh.
And he let us try it, and I'm like, okay, I want it. And we got to try it without knowing what it was. He would not show us what it was until after everybody in the room tried it.
Okay.
Cool.
And so I thought it was just part of the Port Ascag line, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, this is wicked, right? I mean, I've got some stuff that's just as dark and not as old, and are a third of the price.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay. I looked right at Adam from Sherbrooke, and I said, I want two, but then there was a little bit of a glitch about between them and somebody in Calgary, and it really annoys me. And Nicole and I have been on this before. We use our power of social media to smarten up the distributors.
Okay.
Because anyway, I got one bottle, and I think there's a potential to get another one. And I think they've been sitting on it long enough that I probably get a better deal than I did on the first one.
Good.
Now, the argument, and maybe all of us can defend this, we brought up LCBO, but the thing to fight with is sometimes these producers or the distributors, they live in Calgary, so they don't even think about us. So they'll have someone from Ontario, right, saying that now available in Alberta. Well, the first thing Nicole and I send individual comments saying, so you mean Calgary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All she wants to do is Calgary.
Yeah.
What was that?
Going down to the Andy shit.
The which?
The internet is gone to crap.
Oh, yeah. But what they, some of them, and there's two reps, and I won't name them, but I hold them accountable. What they want to do is go to Calgary and then head right to Banff because they like to go shopping.
Yeah.
Listen, I know that it's a pain in the ass because the YYC airport is parallel to Toronto and to Vancouver, and it's a pain to jog up to here, but you know what? It's only a 3-hour car ride. Get your handler to get your ass up here, because to this day, we still in Edmonton buy more whiskey than they do. Why would the liquor stores down there have to ship everything to Ontario or BC if they were selling more than we were up here?
Yeah.
There's my rant for our show today.
I agree.
I don't. Don Holland's still in the chat. He is in Ontario, the LCBO, and they outbuy. They have more buying power than almost everybody in the whole world, actually. Oh,
Bless you.
does a sneeze mean I have COVID? I hope not.
Nope.
Cold. Daniel, we've called this out. We've said it on social media, and the reps just aren't listening. They don't give a damn.
Well, they will, because we're going to ramp it up a bit.
Yep.
The bottles still smells in Calgary. We go down and we hunt them, and we pick them off one by one.
Don't worry. We'll do it.
Yep.
We just have to be a little bit more subtle. Trust me. There's ways. Okay, and by doing this, we actually can get the support of the liquor stores up here. Yeah. They don't want to rock the boat with the reps, and we don't want that to happen either, right? We want to, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. They're doing their job. Most of these reps are just doing what they're told to do by their bosses. So
yeah. Well, it's easy for them if they've got one store that will buy their whole lot why would they run around to 10 stores when they can sell it to one place?
Sure, that's true, but then that one place sits on it. Look, so I'll give you a prime example. I bought 2 of these now because they are actually awesome, and they're Glenrothes. But guess what? There were 4. They were allocated for Willow Park.
Oh,
Do you know why we got them up here?
because Willow Park couldn't sell them.
Because Willow Park didn't even take them out of the Liquor Connect.
Yeah.
Yep.
They just said, hey, they actually contacted the liquor store I bought this at and said, some liquor stores wouldn't carry it. They were offered it because it's got Willow Park's name on it, right? Because it is an exclusive for Willow Park. There was only 587. 3 of them. 3 full cask. Okay? But it is wicked. It's phenomenal. And the thing is that they weren't pulling it out of allocation. So then the reps are like, listen, I'm getting rid of it. You guys aren't taking it. And they have that authority, right? They're like, I got to get the stuff out of there. It doesn't do us any good unless someone's buying it, right? So, and I'm very thankful that happens because when I was given a sample of that, I was like, wow, that's good stuff, man. And it, I don't know. It's just something we got to bark about, I guess.
So, we used to buy that at Superstore for like $40 any day of the week. And we bought lots of it. And then all of a sudden it kind of disappeared.
Where was that? What's that?
We were just showing.
Oh, well, not that one. That's
not that one, but other versions of it. But the thing is that the distributor all of a sudden just dropped the bucket. They weren't dropping it everywhere. They were dropping it to a certain person, unnamed.
Because it's making their life easier.
Right. And I mean, when we were buying it at Superstore for $40 a few years back, we'd buy it all the time. It was an absolutely great dram. And then all of a sudden it just kind of dried up and went away and you couldn't find it anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So Don, he says, yes, but we sure pay for a little more than Alberta. I was in Ontario last year and I went to several of the liquor stores and your prices for the standard releases, they're actually not that bad. They're very, very close. It's the stuff that is special releases and limited. Man, do they hose the crap out of you.
And their taxes. Their taxes.
They don't even have to charge as much as they do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, and the danger of that is that they could actually make it so that we could barely get anything out here, really.
Yeah.
They take the market share. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they take the share, but the problem is, I think the LCBO's taxes is what really kills Ontario.
Sure, it does. Sure. I mean, they're basically a union, right? Their employees get paid way more than the guys that we do in our private liquor stores out here. But it's even more confusing in BC because they have both.
Oh, yeah.
BC, I mean, you want your cake and eat it too. Whoever said, yeah, we're going to legalize or put out private liquor stores. You are late, Chris, and I don't even know if that's tolerable. I can't believe you've waited this long. It's been an hour and 20 minutes already. So we're going to say goodbye in about 10 minutes, guys, because it's a little longer than usual. Eh?
Okay. Just for Chris.
For Chris. Oh, yeah, Chris. Yep. Ben, I actually started with Glenrothes Reserve as well from Superstore. What I like about Glenrothes now, besides the whiskey, is that half the people like it. Like at an SMWS tasting, even because the way we do it here is it's a blind tasting. The first run through, you have no idea what's in the bottles, and I really like that. Then you go back and we reveal what it is. So you get to retry your whiskey. You save a little bit and you retry it. Usually you go back and you're like, wow, that's not the same whiskey I started with. For me, I actually add, I always 4 or 5 drops maximum of water with the droppers they provide. And you will, it's amazing. The part I really enjoy is bringing new people to try it, especially if they're not whiskey people in the first place. And they're like, holy crap, I can't believe, they're like, oh, I like this one. I like that one, right?
Mhm.
But Glenrothes, when they very seldom have a Glenrothes SMWS release.
Yeah, correct.
But when they do, 50% of the room will be divided. I hate it. The other half, I love it. There's no, it's usually bang. And that's one of the things I like about it, right? Hey, thank you very much, Don Holland. I appreciate you always coming in. You're a good man, and I agree. Bourbon is huge in Ontario, right? But a massive part of their border is right on the Michigan border, right there. They're right next to
They're going to jump from freaking bourbon land.
Yeah. Most Ontario prices are pretty good. You even pay less for some things than we do. Exactly. Right. So, but what was I drinking? Oh, I'm still drinking this 20-year-old.
You haven't told us what you think of it yet.
I think it needs to have more time to open, but it's very good for 46.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as sherry off when I first poured it in here. So this has been in here for an hour now.
Yep.
I find it's going to need some time. I'm having a hard time getting anything off the nose right now.
Daniel, throw about 3 or 4 drops of water in it. It opens up amazingly.
Okay. I've had Kirkland stuff before. As a matter of fact, I have the 16-year-old in here somewhere.
Oh, the 16 is nasty. It is the worst Kirkland I've ever tasted.
Well.
So, Daniel, when are you going to let me come over and organize?
Never. You are quarantined. And you work for the government of Alberta.
Go and fix every room up.
To do with it.
We can do something social media wise. I was actually thinking about getting a hold of you, and but I mean, I really just need to make an Excel spreadsheet.
Yes.
Helps.
How are you organizing, Nick? What's behind?
Alphabetical, or do we look at geographical? There's just so many
geographical, actually.
Profile or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do geographical, and I think him, because he's got a lot of bottles. I think he'd have to do something like that. 5 different regions and an international and a Canadian. So let's go 7 regions.
That can be done on the shelves.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to do it biologically or geographically.
Geographically.
Have you ever seen the movie or read the book? Now I'm going to forget everything. He owns a record store. He owns a record store, and the whole movie is him going through all his ex-girlfriends. Hold on a second here.
Do you remember the 20? It's been like 3 hours since we've had it. So I love the nose way back.
You know what? The 20 was amazing after I added the water. Before, it was just too hot on the tongue.
High Fidelity, the movie as well. Yeah.
The movie's funny. The book is funny. Nick Hornby wrote the book. He also was the guy, if you saw the movie about a boy, all that kind of stuff, right? Holy man, I'm going to wreck this thing. Anyway, there's a scene in it where the guy owns a bookstore, right? And he's sorting, or a record store. And he's at home. His girlfriend broke up with him, and he's going through all his ex-girlfriends to find out what's wrong with him, blah, blah, blah. But this guy, you got to just look it up on YouTube and watch it. The one scene where he's sorting his record.
Ooh,
he's got a record collection
nice.
Balls in this room. And the guy is coming in, so, you want my help? Are you sorting this alphabetically, or are you doing this and that? And he says, no, biogeographically. And he's like, whoa, dude. It really is like the beginner of the hipster / Zoomer generation. It's a great movie. I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
Made me laugh.
And I just want to organize the bottles behind you. That's all. It's just even if it's color orientated.
Nicole, your OCD is showing.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
that's why I don't want to come over here, Nicole. I mean, I'm a 51-year-old bachelor. What do I want you in my house for?
I'll organize your bottles and put them on a spreadsheet, and then I can leave.
How long will that take you? A couple hours?
Days. I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Commit hours. I'm thinking like a couple days, weeks, maybe.
Whoa.
No, I think you can get it done on a Sunday. You show up early.
What's that going to cost me?
Actually, no. I think it would take a little while to actually see what's there because
Yeah.
I don't know if you're the same way. When I did mine the first time, I had bottles everywhere, right? So you're looking trying to figure it out.
How deep
What-
are your shelves, Dolph?
How many?
How deep-
How deep are your shelves?
Everything behind me goes 3 back,
Oh,
but it's the bottom, and then we've got the other side over there.
Yeah.
Then we've got that one, and then we have this side. But we decided, you and I talked earlier on, and I think you have 4 times what I have. So
Yeah.
well, as long as you never tell anybody how many you have, they can't do the math. So
okay,
There you go.
I won't
Do
do
you have what I have?
What's that, Nick?
Do you have more bottles than I have?
Well, you've been down here. I told you how many I had. We can't say it online, so I won't.
Pretty close involved.
It would take me a bit of time, Dan. It would take me a bit of time, but you know what? It'd be fun because it would fill that OCD need of mine to organize.
Hey, Nicole, when I build my new shelves, you're more than welcome to come over and
Organize everything.
calculate, organize, and do whatever the hell you want to them, as long as I have a list at the end of the day.
I'll even leave like color-coded charts for you.
yeah,
I'm
Nicole,
good.
you do realize that he's just looking for slave labor, right?
Yeah,
Hey.
so
You know what? We will be drinking together at the same time. It's all good.
As long as Cheryl makes a sandwich.
That's for the sandwiches.
Let that rest, are you?
No. Hey, everybody, why did they make a wedding dress white?
Why?
So it matches the other appliances in the kitchen.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our appliances are not white anymore.
Oh, they're probably that fake chrome silver stuff, just like
It's
everybody else.
silver.
New white.
Black.
Your white's
Black.
dated, just like the joke like 20 years ago, buddy.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm old.
Yeah.
We're all old.
What was that other joke that I told there, Cheryl?
Oh, yeah, what was the other one?
Why'd the women? What happened to them?
Oh, got the little spinny thing going round and round.
I didn't do it, honest.
Get out. Oh,
He can come back anytime he wants. You know?
I hear him, but
I can
Yeah.
the camera. Did
Kent messed up.
I turned the laptop and hit the power button.
ooh,
Ooh, that's well, you're still here, but you just don't have your camera on yet. Anyway,
Yeah, it was something about somebody crossing the road. Why did the lady cross the road? And I think it was to get away from you.
yeah, but why did the wife cross the road? Who cares? What's she doing out of the kitchen?
Boo.
Those jokes are all from one of my nephews when he was a teenager. He is now a happily married man with 1 kid and no whiskey.
and no whiskey. Yeah.
No whiskey. So. Anyway, guys, we are now.
at the end,
Yeah, we got 2 minutes.
An hour and a half in.
See, that's how easy it can go. So anybody that's learning how to do this, like you, Dolph, you got to have a good timer and track and try to guide it. Here we are just, BS and back and forth. And
yeah.
So you need to have, you're a school teacher, so you should be able to do this, right? Because you've had to work on making schedules for the last 25 years.
Yep.
So you need to have a program and a schedule, and this is the way we're doing it. And I mean, kids, no matter what age, will find tons of things. Even on the work sites I work in, when we do a toolbox talk, there are guys that are going to talk about every single thing in a toolbox talk so that it makes it go longer so they don't have to go out in the field and work.
Yeah.
So we all have to kind of remember that when we're on here. I mean, a lot of my shows are way too long for anybody to go back and watch. You're doing it for the fun of it. You're not worried about the YouTube algorithm. Neither am I, really. But have a program.
Maximum? Like, is there a maximum? Scotch Test Dummies like 15 minutes max, I think, right?
Well, I'm doing that because that's your retention level. You have to know that. Like, a lot of people aren't going to watch an hour and a half show previously. Maybe Santa Cruz will come back and he'll watch and catch up on stuff because he's a good guy and we're friends, right? But very few
The average person will watch past 15 minutes.
That's right. Yeah. Your view is much better. Cheryl is way cuter than you are, but man, she is. Can she ever sit still for a long time?
You're wondering, working, right? It's like, move.
This is why I married her. Hello. Think I'm a dummy?
Because she's cute, or she sits still long enough for you to catch her?
She's cute. God, she's easy.
All of the above.
Okay, that too.
Okay.
She's easy to look at.
She's easy.
She feels really good too.
All I heard you say was that.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I don't know why I would never talk about my wife that way. Wow.
You don't have a wife to talk about, so you can't comment.
How do you know I don't have a wife?
You have whiskey. You don't have a wife. That's the way it works.
I had Julia. Julia would never said a word. Well, every once in a while she's like, "Do you need another bottle?"
See?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna pour one more dram. We're gonna use my favorite kind of glass to use as a copita. And I'm gonna pour a double cast nation.
Oh,
A double cast nation.
nation. Ooh.
Double cast nation.
Is that the 9?
Double cast.
It is
That's
the nun.
Nice. It is the 9. Love it.
Awesome.
So, I don't have that one anymore.
You're a little
I
maybe
just drank Graham's and I'm going. That's it.
Graham's got one.
Graham gave me this bottle actually.
Yeah.
Wicked. But I agree with what you said earlier there, Kent, is that Graham should, through us, he could promote more of the single cast nation or whatever. What is the company itself is Jewish Whiskey Company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think WS, we have
thing
it
is,
once a month.
Graham is going to retool, and he will be promoting a lot more because that is their love. Wine is not their love. Like they like wine, but they love whiskey. So
this is wicked. I just show you guys another bottle I've never opened. It's actually behind me, and you guys just can't see it. I'm talking about wine. You want to see it?
Yes.
let's see.
It's not fancy. It's kind of plain. And you might not have ever seen one of these, but I know where it came from before I met the man. The Opium.
Opium.
How do you say it?
Opium.
Opinion.
Society.
Here's the leader of your society.
I am a member.
You're a leader or a member?
A member of the opinion.
The Opium Society in Canada.
As much wine as I do Scotch. Actually, go full screen with that bottle. You have that one.
I don't think I've ever seen that, Daniel.
Oh,
We've tried some of those.
Why are you whispering?
we tried that. It was. That's the French one, is it not?
I don't know. I can't read half the crap they put on here.
Okay. I am very sure that's the French Scotch one.
It's not. It's Scotch.
It's Scotch in Scotland?
It's blended malt Scotch.
Okay.
Flick.
Gaelic whiskey,
Oh,
cognac.
that's the other one. That is the other one.
The Gaelic whiskey.
Yeah. Okay. So they have two.
Well, no, they have more than that.
Well, they have
We tried
two
to.
primary. We tried 4. The one is French and is absolute garbage.
Oh man, I haven't had a French whiskey like that guy there sitting below you. That guy there tried to make me drink French crappy. I haven't had a good one. Anyway, Don Hall, this is some dark juice.
That is
Wow.
garbage, yeah.
That is and it's only 9 years old, but it's from 2 different barrels. Both from Glenfarclas, one, but they're both Oloroso hogsheads. It's
Nice.
So it's
So
also
big barrels.
it's actually very sweet. Yeah. Oh, this is good stuff, man. Did I say opinion? No, I didn't say opinion.
Opinion.
Cheryl, to pronounce it again?
Opinion.
Opinion. I don't know that the opinion is a French society about wine. I don't know why they have Scotch.
Oui, monsieur.
Tabarnak, vite, vite.
Mother.
Je ne comprends pas.
Ah, tabarnak. Tabarnak.
Horrible.
Quack, 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 quack. That's how I always tell where a Frenchman's from. I wait to hear him say yes.
Oui.
Wah, wee, wah, wah.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, you're from New Brunswick. Oh, you're from Quebec. It's pretty easy to tell by the way they say their yes.
Yep.
I grew up in New Brunswick, right? The ABV on this Santa Cruzan is 59.5.
Nice. That's the Glenfarclas
Man, before your mother's voice.
Amazing. Yeah, that bottle went real quick.
Oh yeah, I've been savoring it. I'm kind of a savorer. I like There are times when I'll wolf down something, like if I've been working all day and didn't eat. You stop somewhere like McDonald's or Harvey's, like I did today, and you have a Harvey's hamburger, and I didn't really taste it.
Yes.
But if I go to some places, I really everything's got to be precise. You ever see that movie Getting Carter, the remake? There's an original. The remake was Stallone. There's a scene where his grandmother comes in, or his niece comes in. The whole movie is about him revenging his brother's death. But he's in a cafe. And I like to go to cafes. I like to sit at the bar. But he has everything in front of him. His napkin, his fork, his salt and pepper shaker. And the daughter, or the niece, she's noticing something, and she comes over and she slides the salt and pepper shaker over a little bit. And she just waits, and you see him sitting there, and then he just slides it back to where it was. And when I'm at certain places where I'm going for food that I really like, I'm kind of like that. I'm like, I want this, I want that. So one of the places that's closed down right now because of our safety, quarantined, is Daddy-O's on White Avenue, right? And they make Karen, the owner there, is awesome. They make poor boys there. I mean, all their food is phenomenal, but I end up going for the poor boys. She promised me that when they open, I get the first poor boy that they make in the kitchen.
Right?
Excellent.
On social media, she promised, so I have a record.
Which one? Do you do the seafood or do you do the regular meat one?
I do them all, but I like the blackened chicken's my favorite. And I always save a little bit of their jalapeno jelly to put in the sandwich on top of other stuff. Yeah. And I put in her tiger sauce that she gets.
Oh.
Right? You don't need it so much, but I like that stuff. I don't know. I do, but everything is done in a precise manner. Boom, boom, boom. Not too anal.
Spice.
Yeah, sometimes I eat the sandwich first. Sometimes I eat the sweet potato fries first. And she still has, in my opinion, the best sweet potato fries in Edmonton. Right? They're
not frozen. They do everything from scratch, right? So it's good.
I think pretty much. So then my other favorite place is closer to my house, and it's called the Blue Chair, and they do everything from scratch there.
Blue Chair Cafe.
The Blue Chair Cafe, yep. Yeah. So Harold, I saw Harold today. This is something that we should keep in mind no matter where we live. in this situation where restaurants have to close down. Harold had to lay everybody off.
Yeah.
Right. And he shut down. And now it's like, what am I going to do with all my food that's going to spoil? Right. I mean, I stopped in there and bought a flat of eggs off him. I still have eggs, man. I don't know. I'm going to have to do something, boil them all. He had just got a case of eggs in because he'd already previously ordered it. Right. So the order comes in. He's got all this because he's from scratch too.
Yeah.
Right. He can't freeze lettuce. He can't do anything with this.
Right.
So we need to keep that in mind. If you've got a favorite restaurant that you frequent, do something, send out a message, social media wise or whatever, and let them know that you appreciate what they're doing. And it is coming to a cost for them, right? I mean, like Harold laid everybody off, and I think it actually was very hard on them.
Every small business in the world right now is hurting.
Yeah, it is. Now, some of them are finding unique ways to get around it. There's a couple that you just drive right up and they'll bring you out a sandwich or they'll bring you out whatever takeout they got. So they're limiting, but that's going to come to an end if this keeps getting the way it gets. And that's very...
We're going to see a plateau in about 2 to 3 weeks.
When you say plateau, you mean it's going to slow down? Oh, yeah. We're gonna peak, though, first.
Yeah, we're just on the start. And the thing is that Canada being smart, we basically isolated everybody early. I don't think we're going to see the heavy hit like other, Italy.
Well, some did a really bad thing, but here's something to compare. China had a lot of people. Man, Wuhan, 11 million people in a smaller area than like you got to look at the area when you look at the amount of people in under 900 square miles or something. I think it is.
Yeah, a quarter of Alberta.
Yes, but yet Hong Kong, they only actually had 200 confirmed cases because Hong Kong immediately shut the airport down. No one's in, no one's out. You're here. Whereas other places, and we're one of them, are still trying to get people back. And I mean, this talk about shutting down the borders between provinces.
My mother is trying to get a flight from Mexico back to Alberta right now.
My brother is in Thailand still, and I'm telling my brother, I said, listen, he's not living in a hotel. He rents a house.
Stay there.
In a house, man. And people will bring you food. Food costs way cheaper there. I don't know why you're trying to get back. He's scared. He's scared. I mean, I don't blame him.
That's it. The social anxiety of this bullshit virus is just taking over right now, and people need to calm the fuck down.
Well, just listen and cooperate. I mean, if it was such like all the conspiracy theories, look at that one donkey. He's actually a suspended doctor in the U.S., and I think his background is homeopathic, but he is blaming it on 5G cellular towers.
Oh, let's not even get into 5G. 5G's got its own ramifications.
It may, but I'm telling you, this guy is saying that it is all viruses are caused by this.
Not all viruses, but 5G is definitely not mentally healthy for the people.
No, and the key, that's another topic, but you got to get your facts really clear when you're going to start talking about stuff that impacts that much. And this guy's off his rocker. Because he's saying Wuhan has the most 5G and they had it first and all this stuff. It's not true. Wuhan did not have it first.
No.
But what Wuhan may have.
There is literal facts, though, that places that have high instance of 5G have more health issues than anything else.
It has a way of lowering our immune system, yes.
Well, it scrambles your brain.
Yeah, but the same can be said about air pollution too. What's going to be interesting though with Wuhan is as they open up the airport and the borders to allow people to come back, is will they see a reoccurrence of the virus as all those people come back in?
The thing is really the whole coronavirus as a whole, if you take it worldwide, is such a minor. I mean, it's basically everybody's ramped it right up and out of control to the point that the world is freaking out. The common flu kills more people than coronavirus has ever had. So why are we seeing such a social media freak out where the point that our streets are bare during the day?
Which is awesome. That's the best thing about this. I can drive anywhere I want.
I'm loving it. But why are we seeing such a freak out about this one virus where we have, oh my God, I mean, there's a million
Sorry,
cancer, freaking, oh my God, even like drinking kills more people than the coronavirus has ever had.
Exactly. Hello, Spirit Safe. Welcome. Yep. Spirit Safe is a YouTube review channel in British Columbia.
Hey,
a very smart man. I think he's got a bit of an accent, maybe from England.
English Spirit, I like it.
Anyway. Susan mentioned here, which I agree with, is that, he says 20 million, but he might be right. The number may be wrong. But
I think the cases that we're talking about are a lot worse than we're ever going to hear about.
Yes, sir. Things are not accurate because really, how many people are out there with it that don't know they have it, first of all?
Exactly.
Transferring it and so on. But the Spirit Safe has got a good point there, very simply put, because it's new. But this is changing our environment.
Not new, though. There's a reason. It's called coronavirus 19.
Yes, I know. And that's the other point somebody brought up, and I don't want this turning into a political channel.
Oh, yeah,
Calm down. We've all had a little bit of whiskey, and we like to get a little, but one of the points brought up to me by one of the boss of the bosses where I work, Wuhan, and I'd have to do my research on this, has a super lab there, right?
Level 4.
And
so
do we have one?
They were trying to produce one of those in Alberta here.
Right. Do we have one in Canada anywhere?
There is not. Well, Winnipeg has a level 4, but it's a level 4 minor. They were trying to do one here in Edmonton, and the new government quashed it.
So if we had one here and we had it released, it's suspicious. There's no proof, but come on, you have a level 4 super lab, and you know what I'm saying? It's suspicious that it's in Wuhan. If we had one like we do in Winnipeg, if it was the ground zero was Winnipeg, then all of a sudden you'd be suspicious there. So let's think. This is something to think about. But
actually, the virus did come from Canada. But anyways, let's get back to whiskey.
Don't even get me going. I can tell you're a conspiracy theorist right now. They're the worst.
I am.
Daniel, call it a night. I still have to get up tomorrow and work.
Yeah, tomorrow is definitely a work day, and it is 11:06.
You guys, I want you to know one thing. On your computer, you can say goodnight anytime you want before we actually leave. So I'm not telling you to leave. I'm just saying that we can all gradually leave here. I got a chat with the Spirit Safe just came in.
Oh.
So we're going to let them talk for a bit. But Nicole, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk again about organizing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll talk to you Saturday night.
Yeah, she left, but
enough of you.
Dolph, it was actually a lot of fun doing this one-on-one earlier tonight and then moving into this whole stream thing that we did.
Instagram first, then in here. It was good. It was fun.
Yeah. And we should do this again.
Well, here's one here that the Spirit Safe caught the flu. And to catch it right now, yeah, I agree. It's a rough thing here. I mean, I get a cough. It has nothing to do with being sick. I can cough, and I can even take a deep breath and cough more. Mm-hmm. Nothing comes out. Some of it's psychosomatic, and some of it's like, I don't know. The body wants to cough something out. I don't have anything.
Part of it is we're in winter. Our ambient moisture is around 11-12%. Yeah. Your lungs are fighting to get moisture. You're just going to cough because it's dry.
We are a dry province, that's sure.
Yeah, we are.
So what we're Okay, quickly, Spirit Safe. I wish you'd have been around more. And I tell you what, we're going to invite you. We're going to do something together on a show. Okay, so send me a DM on Instagram, whiskey.throttle.
Here you go, Spirit Safe. So we did the amber.
They started with the Macallan's Amber, and then they went to the Macallan's 20-year-old.
No. Then we went to a Kirkland 20.
Kirkland's 20-year-old. Pardon me. Yep.
Yep.
They went to this garbage.
No, then we went to the best one.
It's not garbage. I'm only joking.
Love this one.
Yeah.
Me too.
Gotta love the peat. Okay, I am a peat monster. Thank you very much.
There you go. And then we went to Glenlossie from Carnmore, an 8-year-old. I did.
You did.
And then I brought this little baby out just to try this one, which is was Kent.
It was lovely.
I have had and finished that one and would like to do it many times over.
And then I went, oops, got her backwards here. We went to
the Glen Arcus 9.
Double Cast Nation.
Yeah. A blend of 2.
Yep. And now I have edition 4 on the shelf. It was great stuff. I hear that stuff, but I kind of boycott Macallan's. I don't like the fact that in the States I can get the regular stuff for 50% more.
Yeah.
Or 3% more ABV, pardon me.
I am a big Macallan's fan in the beginning, and I have pretty much
same with Balvenie. I'll buy their single casks, but I don't buy the regular stuff.
Yeah.
I've
never been a Balvenie fan. We just really got back into the 15 and 17 recently, and not a big interest to me. There's a lot better stuff out there. Well,
anyway, we got to say goodbye to everybody here. Don't hang up, guys. Just say goodbye. We'll chat a little bit after.
Goodbye.
Safe. I'm sorry that you came in late. We're almost done. I want you all to know that I love you, and I want you to be safe and be responsible with your whiskeys. Okay?
Yeah.
And we will continue to talk. I'll leave this video up because, these guys are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Especially we're going to try to do a few more things. I'm still working from home, so I have lots of stuff I got to do and catch up on. But
Friday, International Whiskey Day.
We will do something there. Yep. You've got your show. Maybe I need to arrange a few guys that are actually international. I got a buddy from the Faroe Islands, London, England.
Do it.
We're going to try to do something at least somewhat special. Right?
I'm in.
All right, guys.
Go. Talk to you soon.
Salanjima. Love you all. Stay out. Hey, Spirit Safe, like I said, send us a message and we'll chat. Maybe we can do something together, all right? Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.
Talking with everybody tonight.
Cheers, Don Holland. Chris, you guys take care.
Good night.
Good night.
Cheryl, I'm coming over for a sandwich.